Hey everyone, welcome to our 91-day business spotlight live. I'm your host, Jonathan Mast, and I've got with me today Jess Crosby. And Jess is going to share some things about her business and what she's doing there. Jess, thanks for taking time to join me today. I'm excited to chat with you and hear a little bit about what you're doing. Can you share with our listeners a little bit about your business and who you work with and maybe even how you make their lives better?
Of course. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Delight Designs is all about helping homeowners love their home. And we do that in the way of really blending remodel with design. And it's really working. West Michigan is liking the easy button where we design it for you. We have our own crew here on staff, which is a huge differentiator.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
much like you would work with a new build, except this is for remodelers. So if you're looking to remodel a basement, we have selections of flooring, tile, carpet, all that good stuff, and go from there.
I love it. I love it. So tell me a little bit if I've got it. So if I'm understanding your target audience and the people you serve are people that are looking to do remodeling. So they've already got a home or a business they're looking to remodel and they're coming to you. What's that process look like, Jess, when somebody starts working with you? What can they expect? And can you maybe walk us through a little bit of what that process looks like?
Absolutely. And again, we try to keep this process super simple. It starts out with a discovery call. And in that discovery call, we'll ask you some lifestyle questions on, where do you like to read? Where do you do your computer work? And really get a feel for how you live and function in that space. And then from there, we have an in-home appointment. And again, we'll go over that lifestyle. Do you have guests that come at holiday? That all the details that you don't necessarily think of a builder asking, we kind of get to and want to know how you live in that space. And then once we do that, it's time for you to be hosted at Delight and Designs in our conference room. And we will show you all the beautiful renderings, very much like you see on HGTV.
Oh,
So you
cool.
have a really good visual of what that space is going to look like and the end product will look like, along with samples and budget and schedule. All that will be presented to you at that time, and we go from there.
I love how you put the 3D renderings together because I know in the past projects I've worked on, that's always been one of the hard things. It's envisioning what is this space going to look like after it's been done. And then, of course, if you're someone like me trying to figure out what colors to use, how to put things together, that also gets to just be kind of overwhelming as a homeowner who doesn't do this. And I love the fact that you can walk people through that whole thing. And if I'm understanding then correctly, Jess, you've actually got the crews that can actually make that a reality too. So it's not just the design, but you're able to actually carry that on through to fruition and complete everything. Am I correct in the way I'm understanding that?
That is absolutely correct, and that truly is our secret sauce. We have a crew of 6, sometimes 7 guys, W-2 to us, so they are not subcontracted out.
Oh, that's a big
And
deal.
we are able to get those crews on site. We control their schedule, we control the client's schedule, so it works out really, really nice.
I love that. And I know, again, personal experience here, not to pick on any contractors, but one of the frustrating parts always seems to be that, contractors are busy. And so when you're working with one, communication tends to be hard as to what time are they actually going to be at my house? Are they going to actually be at my house? How long are they going to be at my house? Tell me, how do you help that communication side with your clients to make that better? Because I got to believe, knowing you, that you're making that a much easier and more pleasant experience than wondering why the contractor wasn't there and were there or anything related to that.
Well, and you hit the nail on the head. Communication is pivotal in this industry. So we have a portal that we work with, an internal portal that our customer has access to. They can see pictures of what was done on a daily basis. They can ask questions. So that's been a huge, huge part of the process. And then even in our spec book, because some people don't like to use technology. So in our spec book, we have let's communicate pages where they can write down questions, give us compliments, express any concerns they might have, and then we get those addressed as well.
I love it. So I'm just totally curious. What's the most common type of remodel? Is it a kitchen, a bath, a basement, something different? Where do you see, especially in West Michigan? I know that's kind of the area that you work in and around West Michigan. What type of remodel seems to be the most popular nowadays?
I would say we are heavily weighted with kitchen remodels, but we're starting to see, and I think it's because of the housing market, we're definitely starting to see the segment of additions occur, where
Hmm.
more and more clients are reaching out to us to add a master suite or add onto the back of the house so they have more space. And I have to believe it's just because of where the housing market is right now. So
That makes a lot of sense. I know there's a lot more people looking for space in West Michigan than sometimes space being available. Additions is something I hadn't thought about when I think about, renovations and stuff like that. Talk to us about that. What things should a homeowner be looking at? Maybe they love their home, but boy, they just wish they had another bathroom, or they wish they had a bigger master suite, or things like that. Or maybe even I'm thinking of one of my first homes, I wished it would have had a slightly bigger kitchen. Talk to me when it comes to additions, what type of options generally exist, and what things might be able to happen in an existing house that somebody has?
yeah, great question. And really, we can tackle that one of two ways. We can look at your existing floor plan and see if we can't carve out space from, maybe we steal space from a closet, or we steal space from a master bath that's, or master bedroom that might be too big. So
Hmm.
that's usually the first place we go, because that's going to be the most economic. But then we can look at an addition, and it starts with surveying the land and making sure we don't build on somebody's property that isn't theirs, that kind of thing. But once we get the survey results back, then we can talk about, how large of addition can we add, and what makes the most sense, and how we're going to use that space.
And it sounds like one of the keys is that you're walking with the homeowner through each step of that process. So it's not like they're going, well, you go do all these things and come back. You're literally walking with them, doing as much as you can, and then collaborating, I'm assuming, with them on the few things that maybe they need to do directly. Am I correct in that understanding, Jess?
Absolutely. And a lot of design homes, places that have designers, they'll come up with the pretty, but then they kind of, I don't want to say push, but they leave it up to the homeowner to find their own contractors, to find their own architects, all that good stuff, where we are a one-stop shop, if you will, for all of that. So it really truly is like going to a new build only for remodelers.
I love that. That's fantastic, and then definitely, I think a service that seems so needed, because it is so difficult as a homeowner when you've got to get into that world and deal with these things you don't understand and don't want to understand. Candidly, we just want the house to be beautiful. So that's amazing. Well, Jess, if somebody's interested, they're watching live or on the replay, and they'd like to connect with you and learn how you can help. Let's first, I guess, talk about, you say West Michigan, based on where you're based out of. What major cities or major suburbs does that include in West Michigan that you guys work in?
Yeah, it definitely encompasses all of West Michigan. We go all the way to the lake shore, and then down as far south as, we've had jobs in Kalamazoo, and we've had jobs north all the way up in Traverse City. So just depending on, what the need is and what the job is, we certainly are here to help. So
Well, that's awesome. So somebody does have a need in truly there in West Michigan. That's something that can help. What's the best way for them to reach out and connect with you and your team, Jess?
yeah, I mean, either stop in our shop. We have a lovely home decor shop, which is a element of the business I hadn't even talked about yet. But
Well,
our
tell
home
us a little
decor
bit about
shop
that.
has,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely has lighting. It has gifts, all kinds of fun things for the home. And that is located on 5430 Northland Drive, Grand Rapids, Michigan. So very close to the new Anna's house on Northland
Mhm.
Drive. And then the second best way would be through our website, www.delightanddesigns.com.
Fantastic. Well, I would encourage you guys. Well, Jess and I haven't talked in probably close to 20 years. Jess and I knew each other in another life, and had worked together at a company. And I certainly encourage you guys to reach out and talk to Jess. She's a great lady with tremendous skills. I encourage you, if you're in that West Michigan marketplace, reach out and at least have a conversation with Jess and her team and find out what they can do to help out. I think you'd be really impressed. Jess, I thank you for your time today, and again, for joining us on the call. And after what has been probably close to 20 years, it's nice to say hi again. So I
Yes,
really
absolutely. It's
appreciate
good
that.
to see you.
You as well, and I appreciate that. And if you're watching this either live or on the replay and you're going, wow, I'd love to promote my business, you don't have to be in West Michigan. I'm actually sitting in Alabama right now while I'm interviewing Jess, and Jess is up in Grand Rapids. We'd love to interview you and let you share a bit about your business. We'll tag you, we'll share it. We've got an audience now of over 50,000 people that this gets shared out to. Some might be in your neighborhood, and we'd love to get you some free promotion. Just make a comment down below this video, and I'll get you details. Jess, again, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and best wishes in the future. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.